Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. So today I'm doing another Dust It Off challenge, but I'm also doing this as part of my Beebeecraft collaboration as well. If you didn't see my unboxing to see all the lovely goodies I got from them, then I'll link the video down below. But for the main part, this is the Dust It Off challenge that Denise from Denise Junk Journals UK is hosting for the TattyTreasure and Friends Facebook group. So, what am I dusting off today? Well, I am dusting off, as you might have guessed, beads and charms. So, I have got all of these gorgeous beads, all different types. This is just one box of beads that I have. But basically, I bought something like 2 kilograms worth of broken jewellery from eBay close to a year ago. And although I've used charms every so often, I've never really done anything with beads. So just this past weekend, I've actually been learning how to make bead dangles, kind of similar to this, where it uses up multiple beads and you can make some really beautiful dangles. And then obviously, I mean, really you can attach these to bulb pins, safety pins, paper clips, all different types of things. You could even have them as spine jewellery maybe, you know, if you make enough of them. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm dusting off beads and charms, whilst also hoping to use some of the bits that I got from Beebeecraft. So yeah, where possible, I'm trying to do my best to, you know, make my videos go, you know, do multiple things at once. So anyway, so from Beebeecraft, I got all these types of pins. So these are, I don't know what you necessarily call them, but they're basically jewellery making pins, and you get different types. The ones that we're going to be using today, they're called either loop pins or eye pins. I will list the information down below so that you know what to look for. But basically what we want is a pin that has a little loop or a little eye at the top. Can you see that? That's what we want today. So then we just choose a selection of beads. Now I quite like how this purple and pearl one came out, and I've actually got some more of those, so I'm going to do that again. Okay, so you start with a bead and obviously thread it on to your little piece, and of course the eye at the bottom, I've got glue on my fingers. That's a crafter, a real crafter there, glue on my fingers. Yeah, basically the eye at the bottom stops the bead from coming off. So then you just put your selection of beads. So I've got just this, I think it's called a spacer bead, a purple one. And I'm going to match that with a pearl. Here we go. And yeah, I'm just going to do a few of these on camera with you. Not too many, but just a few. Mainly for the company, so I can chat away, and obviously, yeah, I'm finally using some stuff up. Okay, so once you've got all your beads threaded onto your pin, we don't need this much pin left, so we want to cut that down. Of course, I've got all my fancy new tools from Beebeecraft, so I've got some cutting pliers here. So I think I just want to keep maybe about 1 centimetre, or that might be 1.5 centimetres, but can you see where I'm cutting that? About this much I think is what we want, so try not to, oop, there we go, not sure where the end went there, there we go, just, there we are, and then we want some curling pliers. So you might have seen these before, but they're new to me. Basically, you get these like rounded pliers, and that's the type of thing we want to use for what we're going to do next. Because the next job for our little dangle here is to give it another, if I take this off, I'll show you. Basically, we want to create a loop at the top. Can you see that? Just like at the bottom. So essentially we have a loop bottom and end. Bottom and end. Bottom and top. Top and bottom. Okay, so here's what we do. You take your curling pliers. Now the curling pliers are essential for this, I'm afraid. But, you know, these I got from Beebeecraft, and they came in a pack of 3, the cutting, the holding and the curling pliers, and they were not very expensive, so I was pretty happy with that. Okay, so what we want to do first is we want to bend or curl the, oh, there we go, the end of the wire so that it's horizontal. Okay, so we're going to do that first. And then, I know this is going to sound strange, but we want to curl it the other way. Okay, now, so we're going to curl around using our curling pliers. Now, I'm not a jewellery maker by any description, so it's probably not going to be perfect, but that's okay. I don't mind it being a little bit junky, as they say. Okay. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Throwing it everywhere. So as you can see, it's not the perfect loop. Not perfect loop at all. But I'm just going to squeeze that together with normal holding pliers. I'm just going to squeeze that in so that it's a little bit neater, and I'm just going to essentially mould it until I'm happy with how that loop looks. And essentially we just need it to be neat enough and hold, you know, hold the beads. And ideally we want it pointing the same way as the one at the bottom. Okay, there we go. So once you've manoeuvred it, can you see we've got a small loop at the top and a small loop at the bottom. I'm hoping you can see that okay if I hold it steady. There we are. So let's pop these out of the way so we don't need those for a second. So we have this cute bead dangle, and of course because we've got the loop at the bottom we can actually add some other stuff to it. So in this case I'd like to add a butterfly charm. Again, this just came off of some broken jewellery. So of course this one already has a jump ring on it, but if you don't have a jump ring on it, go ahead and add a jump ring. So with jump rings, I'm sure most of you know this already, but for those of you watching who don't, with jump rings, you don't open it like this, you open it like that. Okay, it's this kind of a movement. So again, it's going to be a little bit tricky to show you on camera, but I'm opening it this way, forward and back rather than to the side. Okay, so I'm just going to thread that ring on the bottom of the bottom loop of my little dangle. Oops. Now, I'm not a very ambidextrous person, which is why I'm not going to do lots of these with you, because I'm not very good with my left hand actually. I'm just going to close that as best I can. There you go. And then just, yeah, get your jump ring all completely closed up. Just pop those out of the way. And then we have this, a little butterfly on the end. Sweet, right? And then of course, because you've got this loop at the top that we made with the pin, you can go ahead and put it on a paper clip, bulb pin, safety pin, some chain, a lobster clasp. I mean, you could literally attach this to anything. So I'm not going to add anything to this one because what I like to do is I like to just make up a batch of these and then I can just grab them whenever I need a dangle, and I can just attach it to anything. So there you go, that will fit in nicely with these ones. So we've got some blue and some purple. So yeah, I thought we would make a couple more. As you can see, I have lots of beads. And I also got some beads from Beebeecraft. So I've got some iridescent beads here, small ones, which I used in this blue, just at the very top here. You might not be able to see it. And then I've also got some grass, blooper reel. I've got some glass crackle beads from Beebeecraft that are really, really pretty. So I'd quite like to use some of these as well. So, I'm I'm wondering to use, I think I'll go with the purple and the blue. So these beads, I have shown you them before, but for anyone who missed the video, these are two-tone. So you can see we've got purple and we've got blue. If I move my fingers out of the way, you might be able to see. And they're really pretty. They've got a like crackle effect in them, which gives it kind of like a sparkly shine to it as well. They're really pretty. I just love them. So what should we match these up with? I'm enjoying using the pearls actually. Let's see what we've got in my tub. I have also got some clear beads, so I might use a couple of those. You know, just to change it up a bit, I suppose. So I've got a couple of those, I think. So, excuse me whilst I rifle around. So I'm going to use these. So we want another of these. And then, of course, we're just going to do the same thing. So what do we reckon? Do we want big? Woo! Do we want... I think we'll go small, big, small, big. Maybe. No. Or we could even just do one glass crackle bead and two small ones, maybe. No, I definitely want another one. I think I'm going to change it round. I think I'm going to go with the big first. Really just for looks. It's not really any reason why. There we go. Oops. So yeah, I just thought we'd make a few of these together. That one's very pretty. You see? So again, we just want to cut the top off. So we leave, I suppose we're leaving about 1.5 centimeters again. I haven't got any muscles this morning. Oops. Okay, I'll just talk you through this one again so that you're definitely sure what we're doing. So again, we want to bend it horizontally. Sorry, just trying to make sure you can definitely see. Horizontally. And then you want to curl it in the opposite direction from the way that you bent it. Now, as far as I'm aware, bending it horizontally is so that you can straighten up the pin before doing the loop. That's how I understand it. But as I say, I'm not a jewellery maker. It's just, yeah, I'm just making these purely for just using up the beads and making some pretty things. So, oop, just squeeze that. Might have squeezed that one a little bit too much, but that's okay. No biggie. So there we go, we've got our loop. Just want to make sure it's the same way as the one at the bottom. So, have you been taking part in the Dust It Off challenge? I'd love to know. This is my last video for this challenge. But, you know, I've still got plenty of things that need dusting off, to be honest. So, I'm not finished by a long shot. Okay, so I'm just going to rifle around for a jump ring. So, probably just want to go with silver. Ooh, got a whole bunch of, there we go, found one. Oops. And put up our charm on and attach to our bead and then just close up jump ring. So these are quite easy to do, really. I mean, once you get used to holding the tools, I think is the biggest thing for me. Yeah, I need to get used to holding tools in my left hand because, yeah, it just does not. It seems so alien and foreign to me. So there you go. That's how this one has turned out. Yeah, really liking these. Okay. I'll just put them to the side there so you can see sort of how I'm doing. I suppose I'm just going with small and big beads together really. So I think maybe we'll do one more, or maybe two more. I've got two charms here which I definitely want to use. So I've got a dragonfly and a leaf. So with the dragonfly, I'm thinking green or blue. I've got some quite pretty ones here that came off with some jewellery. They're got sort of quite a sparkly kind of a look with blue. Or maybe we could do green and blue together. Maybe that would work out. What do we think? It's kind of a pale green. No. Let's find a pale blue. So let's do those two. And then maybe we should tone it down with a pearl or something. See what we've got. Ooh, I tell you what, gold would be nice. I've got some gold beads. It's the only trouble. I need like a tray or something to keep them from sliding away. And then why not? Let's use one of these iridescent beads. Okay, so again, we want to grab another loop pen or eye pen. I think they're sort of, the name of them is interchangeable, really. But so we're going to have big at the bottom. I don't think I need to talk you through it anymore. You've got it, haven't you? But yeah, they're so easy to do, and I just love that they're so custom, isn't it? It's just like I've decided what beads I want to use, what colours and what combinations, and I love that. You know, this kind of stuff before like terrified me. There's no way you would catch me making stuff like this in the beginning. I thought because it was so difficult to do, you know, if you look at them, you think, oh, that's so tricky, but it's really not. I think the biggest thing is having the right tools. I think, you know, these curling pliers are especially great for this because, you know, without them it would be really very, very difficult to do. But yeah, I wanted to give it a go because I got all these beads, and because I was scared of making anything like this, I just wasn't using them. You know, they were just, yeah, just prettiness for me to look at, really. They weren't really, I wasn't doing anything with them, and because I was just too scared to, and I know, I mean, you know, by jewellery standards, that is definitely not perfect, but for junk journals, it doesn't need to be, does it? Like, we can just, you know, we can do our thing, and you know, and have fun whilst doing it, and that's all that matters. And if I do say so myself, I think they're coming out really pretty, and I'll be excited to use these, definitely. Okay, so let's just put that one on, and I'll show you the results. And I'm just trying to decide, for the leaf I think we'll go green. That makes sense, doesn't it? I'm sure I will do a green inspired journal at some point. Oh, I haven't quite done the jump ring right there. Okay. There we are, and that's the blue, gold, well, multiple different beads really, with the dragonfly. Let's pop you here, Mr. Dragonfly, there you go. Right, so we said green for the leaf, so yeah, I'll just do one more, and then, you know, that'll be it. So I'm just getting out the green beads. Oh, I like the sort of like green pearls, those ones. I like those very much. So let's use a couple of those, a couple of those, and then Just trying to decide colours wise, because these are slightly like the darker green, aren't they? What do you think? I'll try them both and I'll see which one I prefer at the bottom of the pin, I think. Here we go. So, come on then, are you going to try one of these? I'd love to know. And that's quite chunky, so yeah, I don't think you want to go super chunky. Let's try this one. Yeah. Okay, and then we're going to go... I might just do 3 because that's quite a big bead actually. I'll tell you what, and then I'll do, or will I? Let's just see. Yeah, I think we'll just do the 3 beads and then I'll match those 2 with this one. There you are, that's what I'll do. Fab. So yeah, I'd love to know, are you gonna try something like this? I'm not sure where that went. That's the only thing with cutting it, is I don't know if there's like a special way to cut it or something, but yeah, it just fires off in all directions with me. I'm sure there's a technique, and yeah, jewellery makers everywhere will be cringing with how I'm doing this, but yeah, it doesn't matter, does it? I absolutely love having my own pliers, I have to say. For those of you who, you know, this might be the first video that you're watching, I have been struggling using my husband's old pliers for like forever. And it feels great. I've got my own, they're just in my drawer, they're pink. I mean, yeah, love it, love it. It's very windy again today. I think Storm Eunice has supposedly passed, but I don't know. Still very much getting, you know, getting really, really big gusts of wind, like, yeah. Woo! Oops. That's my left hand playing jokes on me. Right, let's try that again. You know, how do you deal with intricate stuff like, I mean, it's not intricate, is it? It's the closing the jump rings, because I have to use my left hand. How do you get on with that? Because I'm not ambidextrous at all, so yeah, using my left hand, just rubbish. But there's that one. Oh, I just love these. I could just sit here all day. Don't worry, I'm not going to, but I will just do one more for those of you still watching. Hello. And we'll call that a day. I don't know what I've got to put on the bottom of this one. I'll tell you what I have just seen. I've got this little Peridot Charm, which I haven't really known what to do with either. Again, it came off of, I think I had a bracelet, and unfortunately the bracelet broke. Now with this one, I'm just going to add an iridescent charm to the top because I feel like it. And I've got a whole, yeah, that's lovely. Yes, I like that. I definitely like the small iridescent at the top. I just feel like that does finish off quite nicely. Excuse me for the sniffles I've got at the moment. Trying very hard not to make not very nice noises. There we go. Might not have left, might have cut a little bit too much off of this, but I think we will just get this one in. So yeah, I should probably, for this one, shouldn't have cut as much off of the pin as I did, because there's not enough, it's not quite enough space for it to maneuver in, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Just curl it a little bit more maybe. So yeah, this is still a technique I'm very much learning. I just started making these at the weekend. I think I googled, or didn't Google, I think I went into Pinterest and I typed something like Bead Dangles junk journals or something, and I saw that yeah, a whole bunch of people had made them using these pins. I was like, hey, I've got some of those. And there we go. And that's that one. So I need a jump ring, and then yeah, that will be the last one that I'll do on video. But yeah, if I sit here making any more, then yeah, I'll put them in the thumbnail or share them on Instagram or something. Because I might make some more later today. We shall see. There we go. That's that one. Oh, still not doing my jump rings properly. There we are. That's how that one looks. So there you go. That is some bead dangles, which I mean, the sort of the biggest tool that you need really is you need the eye pins or loop pins. Again, I will put the information down below. And then of course, yeah, the curling pliers, really you do need those. But aside from that, get yourself some broken jewellery and some beads. Well, the beads can come off of the broken jewellery, can't they? And before you know it, you have a whole bunch of these that you can just sit around making and just keep them somewhere. And then as you come to need prettiness, you can pop these in your journals, on your journals. So yeah, I mean, so we made 5 together in less than half an hour, and you know, there's a couple of minutes at the beginning of me jabbering away. So yeah, I mean, a few minutes per one, I suppose, and yeah, you've got a whole heap there. So I hope you like them. Thanks so much again for joining me, and yeah, I will happily just sit here for a little bit longer, I think, making some more. But as always, thanks so much for joining me, and let me know if you're going to give something like this a go, because yeah, I'd love to know, and if you do, I hope you have fun making them. Alright, thanks everyone, I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye for now.